Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So here we are, Sunday, July 10th, 6:42 p.m. I decided to go ahead and do my week ahead spread. I am using my 2.0 tarot today. I've used it all week. This is from Make Playing Cards. The cards are beautiful images. If you haven't seen this deck, it's gorgeous. It's the very first RWS deck that I was actually drawn to. It's beautiful. I've used it so much, it's like buttery soft now, like super soft. And as you can see, the back's it's worn quite a bit. I've not edged it. I keep saying I'm going to, and then I never did. So at this point, I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm also using my Moonlit Oracle. If you haven't seen this deck, it is a RWS inspired Oracle deck, also on Make Playing Cards. Cardstock is the same, but I've not used this nearly as much as I've used this, simply because this is a newer deck. But yeah, this is got keywords for all the cards, and it's got different images from the RWS. So, and then that's the bags. That's a pretty cool deck. So, if you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, thank you. Welcome. If you're returning, you know the drill. With my week ahead spread, I do the energy, obstacle, and advice for the week in 3 separate cards. I go over them intuitively, and then I tend to go to the book because there's no book with this specific deck. And we all know the RWS so well. Most of us do. I'm not going to go into the book. I do have a few keywords that I printed off for the Oracle deck. So we'll see if I need to look at it with the Oracle card I pulled. So I pulled 3 cards, energy, obstacle, and advice, and then I pulled a Oracle card as just an added bonus to the cards. So for the week ahead, I literally just did a meditation and pulled the cards. I've got them face up, but I haven't really paid attention. So the first card we have for the energy of the week is the Hermit. And this is the first week in a long time. I have an appointment, hopefully to get my car back Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I have a doctor's appointment Friday. But it's the first week that I have felt like there's not going to be any chaos, hopefully, in a long time. Usually Sunday night I do a meditation and I go into things and I kind of see, especially when I pull the cards, is this going to be much of the same as last week? And last week very much was the same as the week before. Like, I had chosen not to be stressed out, but the more I chose not to get stressed out, the more things came at me. And I'm like, what is happening? But it wasn't all how I reacted to it, because I was much calmer last week than the week before. And I think this week, usually it's telling me to get out of hermit mode. You've been in hermit mode too long. I feel like the last several weeks I've been out of hermit mode. I've been doctor's appointments and dealing with my car and dealing with my son and dealing with holidays and all kinds of stuff. I've been like a social butterfly, and now it's saying, you know what? Maybe it's time for a respite. Maybe it's time to crawl back into that sheltered space just for a breather, just for a day or so even. Just to regroup and recoup your emotional state. And that's what I'm feeling with this Hermit card. And look at that background. It's gorgeous, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous Hermit card. So for the obstacle of the week, I got the 10 of Wands. And I always see this as carrying a heavy burden uphill. And most of my days at work are very much carrying a heavy burden uphill, because once the work starts coming in, it doesn't stop. All day long I'm going. And it's very much repetitive. It's very much trying to get to the finish line, and there is no finish line. except when you clock out and leave for the day and there's still work sitting there. That's pretty much my day, every day. And so I feel like it's, again, much of the same as this last few weeks is there is a sense of carrying a heavy burden uphill. But I learned as of last week, this could be your obstacle this week. However, you could choose to see it a different way. Because I have all these things I have to do, I have to get done. Let's just get on it and get it over with. Instead of seeing it as a heavy burden, choosing to see it as progress, maybe. So I found that very interesting that comes up in that situation, because as the obstacle, because that usually is my obstacle. And last week I kind of there was things that just kept coming at me, but the more things kept coming at me, it was like, okay, what is the universe trying to tell me right now? What is it? Just testing my resolve to be patient and to not be so anxious about things? Because that's what I felt like. Like, the more I said, oh, I'm not going to be anxious and crazy over everything, the more things, oh, really? Let's see if you can handle this or this or this and this and this and that. And that's how I felt pretty much the last few weeks. So I found that interesting that is the obstacle this week. It's the same kind of obstacle, but as of last week, that point of view kind of shifted to where, yes, this can very well be your obstacle yet again if you choose to make it so. You can always choose another path. Choose to lay the burden down for a while. Choose to ask for help. There are options, not just one. And maybe I need to remember that throughout the week when this card comes up for me, is to remember you don't have to do it alone. And that's a big one for a lot of people out there, is when they see the 10 of Wands, I've got to handle this big burden by myself. Who said? No one says you have to do it alone. So yeah, I found that interesting for the obstacle. And then for the advice of the week, I found very strange, is the Six of Cups. This card comes up for me anytime I have any kind of childhood trauma memories come up. This card comes up. This is never a happy card for me, ever. I know it's supposed to be, nostalgia, memories, childhood dreams, whatever. It is never that for me, because, it is that for me, but my childhood was filled with a lot of trauma. So when this card comes up for me, I tend to see it in a negative way. But, like I said with last week, and this particular card, it's so beautiful. That sky and everything, it's a gorgeous card. For as many times as I pulled the Six of Cups, which I pulled it a lot, I never really pay attention to what's in the cups. And there's growth in the cups. There is flowers growing in the cups. So this is a huge thing for me, that this is what I'm seeing in this card for this week, is maybe, learning to overcome the burden that I'm carrying, this heavy load, and realize how far I've come since this, because there is growth here. And I think that's quite beautiful for a week ahead spread. Yeah, that's what I got. And then for the Oracle card, I am always getting this card in a tarot deck. The Two of Pentacles usually, but this card is balance. I'm always getting balance, and usually it's followed up with this card. So I found that interesting that the Balance Oracle card popped up in this reading when the Six of Cups did, because usually these go hand in hand when I have a reading where if one of them comes up, they're both coming up. I need to balance everything, get everything in line, and this is maybe why it's telling me to take this time out to be the Hermit. Again, with the Ten of Wands and the Hermit, you could look at it as, you've been carrying this heavy load, put it down for a while, step into your hermit power, because to me, the hermit is very powerful, because once he goes up that mountain, and he may be alone, but he's gained insight, he's gained wisdom, he's gained knowledge from carrying that heavy burden, and then there's the growth that comes with it after that. So I found that all fits together this week so poignantly and beautiful. So yeah, that's what I have this week. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And if you guys have any other thoughts on this reading, or if it resonates with anybody out there, let me know. And you guys have a great night. Bye.